Hey guys, it's Nikki House. Welcome. Today I'm giving dating advice. Am I the love expert? Yep. Well, really, no. But I do have a little bit of common sense, so I like to spread some of that around. Maybe I can help some people out. So let's get started. I'm going to paraphrase what I read from S. Smith, and we're going to get right into it. And then after I read it, I'm just going to break it down line by line. All right, let me put my glasses on. All right, S. Smith has been with Darren for 4 years. During the relationship, the beginning of the relationship, about a year in, he cheated on her. She forgave him, and it took a while for her to fully trust him again, but she did. Now, 5 years later, she's feeling as if something is going on. He's working late, hanging with the boys more, and they aren't as intimate as they used to be. When he's around, he switches off his phone, he puts it on vibrate, and he turns the phone down so she can't see the screen. And then sometimes he even goes outside to take a phone call. A couple of times when she was washing clothes, she found 2 tickets to the movie theater in his pocket. And of course, she had not been to the movie theater. So now she's wondering if something is going on. And she just wants to know, what do I think? What do you think, guys? Leave it in the comments. So let's start. She's been with Darren for 4 years. He cheated on her the first year. So here's the thing. This is my thought process. If you cheat once, you'll cheat again. I have what's called a zero tolerance policy. I don't give do-overs. So if we get together and I'm faithful to you and you say you're going to be faithful to me, if you're not faithful to me, why would I believe in a relationship, not a marriage, but a simple relationship, that you wouldn't do it again? So I would really have to pray on that, and Jesus would have to give me a good word, because I wouldn't be able to say, okay, let's just get back together. So that's the first thing. My first mindset would be, you probably should have split for him and left him alone, because he couldn't even be faithful to you out the gate. 1 year in, that's the first thing. So then she says, he's hanging out more with the boys. Who are the boys? Where are they going? What time is he coming in? Is it a respectable hour? What's the saying? Nothing good is happening. I don't know. It's some old saying, nothing's open but legs or something at 3 in the morning. Something I hear older people say. But the saying rings true. If for 5 years, if you weren't hanging out late like that, why are you hanging out now? That's really cause for concern. That's cause for a conversation. Not necessarily an argument, but definitely a conversation as to why you would be out that late. And who are the boys? So, and they're not as intimate as they used to be. You know, I've heard that in long-term relationships, they're kind of, sometimes there's a lull in the intimacy department. You know, things may get a little stale. But if there is no intimacy, then my question is, then who are you sleeping with? What are you doing? Because you're definitely not sleeping with me. So that's another conversation. That one there might be an argument. No, I mean, it doesn't have to be an argument, but definitely a heart-to-heart, come to Jesus type conversation. Now, player move. He puts his phone on vibrate. And one of my homegirls had to turn me on to this. He turns his phone down so that you cannot see the screen. And that's because of a text message, Instagram, Facebook post, whatever, something pops up that you can see. He doesn't want you to see it, so he turns his phone down. And I think I missed a section because she says if she goes for his phone, it's a big problem. She shouldn't be touching his phone. She shouldn't be looking through his phone. Now, if you have trust, and if I'm with someone, I trust them, I don't want to look through your phone. I don't want you looking through my phone, but there is nothing in my phone that you can't see. So if he's like, hey, let me, you know, look on Google, let me look up aardvark or whatever, he can look it up, and there is no fear of him finding anything in my phone that would cause an issue in the relationship. Clearly, he has something going on. He's turning his phone down. He's putting it on vibrate. He's going out of the room to take phone calls. Who the heck are you talking to? What are you talking about? All of a sudden you have secrets. You didn't have secrets for 5 years, so now you have secrets. There's a problem. So, washing clothes, finding movie tickets. She didn't go to the movies, y'all. So he went to the movies with someone else. that is concerning. So she says when she asks him if there is a problem, if he is cheating, he says no. We as women have something called women's intuition. If you feel it, if you think it, don't ignore it. Now sometimes, you know, women, men too, can be a little bit jealous and come up with all kinds of scenarios and scenes and things that may not be true. But in this case, in S. Smith's scenario, something is going on. Something is wrong. I don't think really you need me or anyone else to tell you that something's going wrong. Maybe you just need to hear confirmation of what you're thinking. But there's a problem. He's not going to admit it. So now what do? Do you live with it? Do you continue going on with it? Or do you say, I love me enough to say I don't deserve this and we can't be together? And that's just the end of that. Men only do to you what you let them do to you. People in general only do to you what you let them do to you. If I'm with someone and they come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, my first thought is, one, I'm awake because what's going on? Not that I need to question another adult, but how respectful is that of me and our relationship that you feel like you need to stay out till 3 in the morning? And if I did that, how would you feel? So my question to you is, are you really having those hard conversations? How much do you love yourself that you're dealing with this? Because you're dealing with a lot. This is stressful. You didn't mention it, but do you have any children? If you have children, do you want them to see this type of environment? Do you want them to grow up thinking that this is okay? You have to set an example for them, especially like a female child, a little girl. You don't want her thinking this is healthy. This is what a relationship should be like. But if it's just yourself, I would chunk him the deuces and roll out, because clearly something is going on and y'all are married. That's what dating is about. Try again. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you think he's up to something, maybe I'm jumping the gun and maybe I'm looking too much into it. Maybe she is too. I don't think so, but leave a comment, and while you're at it, like and subscribe. This is Nikki House. I'll see you next time.